want to welcome you inside the State Champs Sports Network studios on the campus of Lawrence Technological University. I'm Sarah Davis, and the best of State Champs is presented by Lawrence Tech. The Blue Devils want you to recruit yourself. If you have the dream of college sports and feel you're not getting the attention you deserve, LTU wants to change that. Simply go to LTUathletics.com and recruit yourself.
Thank you, Sarah. I'm Lauren Plants, and you are watching probably the best weekly show we do here on State Champs, because this is the very best of what we've filmed in a given week. Spring sports have officially launched in Michigan, so we are now in full spring fever on the program. The best highlights from Michigan, Indiana, and Ohio.
Before we begin, just a quick reminder that the best way to watch State Champs is by downloading the State Champs Network app. It's totally free, and besides the App Store and Google Play, it's available on the Amazon Fire Stick and on Roku. With that said, on with the show.
I'm Andrew Garcia from the Hammond area. We have a Duneland Athletic Conference showdown in the Diamond. Crown Point hosts Lake Central. The Bulldogs come out hot. Top of the first, starter Will Pettit opens the game with a punch-out. We are scoreless after a half, and that's when Crown Point gets the offense going. Eric Santaguida gets on the hard way. That forces in Chris Bachman. The junior touches home as the Bulldogs draw first blood. Shortly after, Blake Pish sees one go by. That allows Cal Curiel to score on the play. Crown Point with a 2-0 lead, but it was short-lived. Top of the second, LC gets on the board. Josh Adamczewski cranks one to the wall in center field. Coming in to score is Ethan Nope. That cuts the lead in half, and the Indians aren't done there. Brendan Smith sees one skip by. In comes Adamczewski. Just like that, we are tied at 2. Crown Point fights back in the bottom of the second, however. Curiel sends one right back up the gut, plating 2 more runs. Anthony Sonato scores first, followed by a hustling Luke Burford. Crown Point back in front by 2. Top of the 5th, Gabe Stout on in relief for CP. The right-hander records a pair of punch-outs, stranding a runner on second base. The Bulldogs maintain their 2-run lead, and in the bottom of the frame, the offense goes back to work. Jaden Phillips rips one into the left center field gap, bringing in Matt Corona and Pish. Crown Point starting to pull away up 4. The hit parade isn't over yet, though. Burford skies one down the line that just does stay fair. Bulldogs add another run as Phillips scores. It's 7-2 Crown Point. Bottom 6, CP trying to put this one on ice. Clay Wignall goes the other way. Racing home are Curiel and William Beardsley. Crown Point adds on, and they never look back. The Bulldogs getting defensive now. Dom Sonato makes the nice diving grab in the top of the 7th. Crown Point wins this one 11-3.
I'm Kevin Trzynski, and we go to Brebeuf Jesuit for some action on the Diamond. The Braves of Brebeuf hosting Covenant Christian Warriors. When these two met the previous day, and that one went into extra innings with Brebeuf coming out on top. New day, new game. We jump ahead to the top of the 3rd. Covenant Christian has freshman Nolan Moore on second, and Troy Repalaga up at the plate. The junior smacks this one to straightaway center, and this ball cannot be collected. Moore comes around to score to put Covenant Christian up on the board, 1-0. To the bottom of the 4th now. Braves Luke Bauer up to the plate, and the junior will punch this one just outside the infield, and that allows senior Jack Moronek to score, tying this game up at 1-1. Still in the 4th, the Braves looking to add more to the tally. Nate Beingman stealing home, and the senior is safe. Brebeuf taking the lead at 2-1. To the 5th, and this would be the last scoring action on the night. Anthony Annie with the infield hit that gets through and brings home junior Bryce Bowen. Brebeuf comes out on top for the 2nd day in a row after defeating Covenant Christian 3-1, your final score.
I'm Grant Pugh reporting from Terre Haute South, where the Braves host the Vincennes Lincoln Alices. Top of the 4th, Alices are up by 6 runs. This one is lasered toward short. Caleb Stoltz snags it for the great catch. The throw back to first, not in time. Almost a great double play. Later in the inning, man on for Noah Bushy, who drops this one down the left field line. Coming in to score is Blake Mead. It is 9-2. Vincennes Lincoln has the lead. Bottom of the 4th, Braves get the run back on a long fly ball to right field by Caleb Morris. Tagging and scoring on the sac fly is Riley Huckabee. It's a 9-3 ball game. Braves looking for more later in the inning. Cade Klein rips this one to deep left center in the gap, but Dajan Peridot makes a fantastic catch to save the run. What a play. Bottom of the fifth, it's 12-3 Lincoln. Not for long. Caleb Stoltz puts a charge into this one, deep to left center and gone for a solo shot. That makes it 12-4 in favor of the Alices. Vincennes Lincoln gets a pair in the top of the sixth, and they beat Terre Haute South in 6 innings, 14-4, the final from the south side of Terre Haute.
I'm Kevin Trzynski, and we go to Plainfield for girls lacrosse. North Central Panthers, the visiting team, already a few games under their belt this season, but still looking for that first dub. The home team, Plainfield Quakers, ready to play their first game of the year right here. And the Plainfield Quakers got off to a quick start thanks to a pair of goals from senior Olivia Smith as she cruises to the net on the first one, and the next one, Smith makes a cut inside and puts the biscuit in the basket, making it look easy early in the first half. But lots of time for North Central to get their gears going. Senior Morgan Dunlap-Loomis makes a beeline straight to the net on the full sprint attack, and she slips it past the tender. At this point in the game, Plainfield up a digit at 3-2. More from the Quakers, senior Olivia Smith. She nets a hat trick on this night, and that third one comes right here from the attack from behind the net. From here on out, this one went the Panthers' way. North Central senior Kate Meyer scoring a pair, one off a misplay by Plainfield, and then off a foul from the whistle play, North Central would take the lead and never look back. Senior Ava Williams strikes gold here on her sprint to the net, and then junior Julia Williams caps it off with a goal of her own. North Central comes out on top over Plainfield, 8-5 your final score.
I'm Andrew Garcia from the Hammond area. Andran comes in unbeaten on the season. The 59ers look to keep their hot start going as they host Washington Township. The visitors came to play early on, first inning. Steven Hernandez shoots one into the right center field gap. Coming in to score from second base is James Hernandez. The Senators draw first blood. To the home half of the third, Township gets defensive. Colin Mahata makes the sweet bare hand pick to get the runner at first base. Senators still lead 1-0. On to the fourth, Andran starter Peyton Nixich racks up 3 punch-outs in the frame. However, the Niners still trail, but not for long. In the next half inning, the home team goes to work. Mike Jarek sends one out to short. It's too hot to handle. In comes Cam Thornton, and we are level at 1. An inning later, Drake Bowen bounces one into the left field. That scores Charlie Jones as Andran takes its first lead of the game. Senators need a big play to stop the threat. Drew Ruff scoops up the grounder, and Washington Township turns into the 6-4-3 double play, 2-1 Andran after 5 innings. On in relief for Andran is Brad White. The senior picks up 3 Ks in the 6th. Home team still clinging to a 1-run lead with 3 outs remaining. Michael Galanos takes the hill in the 7th. The right-hander records 2 big strikeouts, Niners an out away. Galanos then induces the grounder to short. Jones tosses to Robbie Ballantine to end it. Andran remains perfect with a 2-1 win.
How about Terre Haute North hosting West Vigo? There's Matt Gower on the mound for the Patriots. He was dialed in the end of the third inning, striking out Case Lautenschlager here. Then later in the frame, he gets Gabe Skelton. No runs allowed for Gower in this outing. To the 5th, we take you North, already up 7-0. Here is Reese Bradley. The chopper to the right side gets through to the outfield. Jace Ross rounds third. He scores. It is 8-0 Patriots. Now it's Alex Carr's turn. He goes up the middle, scoring Bradley. North leads 9-0. Last but not least, Caden Mason ends the game in walk-off fashion with a base hit. The Patriots run rule West Vigo 10-0 the final.
Time now to take a look inside Lawrence Technological University Athletics. The men's volleyball team is building up their program for 2022, and we met one of the players to find out why he chose LTU.
Hello, my name is Simon Phillip, and I am currently an architecture student, first year at LTU, and I'm on the men's volleyball team. I got involved competitively in Hawaii when I was like 11 years old, and then ever since then I've been playing in club teams and in school. I did a little research through like LTU, and I was really interested in their architecture program and how they led into the masters, because the masters and undergraduate is very closely linked, so that's what really brought interest. And then, of course, men's volleyball was icing on the cake for me. The academics is actually really challenging, but they do help you grow, especially in the architecture program. They're really helpful, and the upperclassmen do like connect with the underclassmen, so there's a lot of help to make you succeed. When I first came here, the guys were very welcoming, and I really learned a lot from them. They helped me register for my classes in second semester, and the new coach really came in, and we as soon as I got here, I could tell that she was very involved, and we started from the get-go. We had practices, we have individual practices, and we're trying to really create a competitive team. The outlook for this semester is really to gear up for next season in 2022 and prepare so that we can succeed in the best way possible. If you are looking for both a competitive athletic team as well as good academics that can help you succeed after school, LTU is a really great choice, and we have a lot of resources to help you succeed in both ways.
Take your future into your hands. Visit LTUathletics.com and recruit yourself. Lawrence Tech, where Blue Devils dare.
I'm Chuck Pellerito, and we've got some softball from Grove City as the Greyhounds, looking to stay perfect on the year, welcoming in the Lancaster Golden Gales, coming in 5-1 early on in the season. No action in the first, so we move to the second. Abby Wilfing up to bat, swings, and she gets all of it, clearing the center field fence, putting the Gales out to an early 1-0 lead. Bottom half of the inning, runner on second. Maya Rice, good rip to center field. That scores Alyssa Schiff with ease. Then Brooklyn Orahood with Rice still on second. Gets in front of this one into the right field corner. Rice on her horse, gonna get home. And Hounds take the lead 2-1. Ryan Brown with a long single to left center. Great job by Grove City getting it in, holding her to a single. Sydney call up, she smacks a double to center. Brown held up at third, and two runners in scoring position for Emma Burke. And she'll get a hold of it and tally 3 ribbies with a blast to center field, reclaiming the lead 4-1. Bottom 3, and Sydney Sharon answers right back with a long ball to center herself. Grove City within 1. Pass ball later in the inning would score Gracie Smith and tie it up at 4. Jump to the bottom of the 6th. Greyhounds scored 3 in the 4th and continue to add on. Smith standing on second. Avery Cyborek up to bat. Ground ball to shortstop, bobbled a bit. Throw to first, not in time. Great awareness from Smith. She heads to third. Throw just offline, enough to pop up and get home. Next batter, Kendall Weber. Just under the glove of second base. That's going to score a pinch runner Schiff from second. And Grove City ups the lead 9-4. Bottom 7, Hounds on the verge of closing it out. Skylar Smith gets a hold of one, but it's right to the left fielder, Katie Gallagher, and the Greyhounds keep it 0 in the loss column as they win this one 9-4 over Lancaster.
Good matchup in Olmsted Falls. 2 of the better teams in the state going at it. The Bulldogs hosting the Titans from St. John's Jesuit. I'm Jeff Heisner reporting. Early on, Titans up 1-0. Jamison DeMarco cleans it up here and scores. The freshman ties the game. On the other end, St. John's on the attack. It's Andrew Miller. Titans take a 2-1 lead. Still in the first, they add to it. Pretty passing here. Griffin Lenke to Quinn Wickland. Another freshman with another goal. St. John's leads 3-1 after 1. Olmsted Falls finds another gear in the second. Anthony DeMarco lets it fly for the goal. Then check out the effort by Spencer Lethridge. Going slow motion here, flips it behind his back in traffic with all kinds of defenders on him. Olmsted Falls takes the lead at the half, 8-5. Second half, St. John's with an advantage. Miller scores again, his third of the game, 9-6 Olmsted Falls at this point. William Bone then makes it a 2-goal game. They head to the 4th with the score 10-8. Olmsted Falls starts to take over here. Pretty feed to Gavin Moore. Then from behind the net, it's Nolan Kuzub putting things out of reach. And Kuzub and Moore going to end up putting the finishing touches on this game with this goal. Bulldogs pull away. They win it 15-9.
Moore, number 12 on the score.
I'm Kevin Trzynski, and we head down to Cincinnati for a boys tennis matchup as Mason was at home taking on Indian Hills. Started off with one singles, and it's Vench Gojanini for Mason taking on Tejas Pisade from Indian Hills. Gojanini on the serve and a good rally going before Pisade leaves this one just long. Side change, but the same ending going the other way. Gojanini puts too much behind this one into the forehand and it falls long. And Gojanini will take the win in 2 sets. In 2 singles, it was Jack Polak taking on Akshay Joshi. And a great back and forth early on, but Joshi gets on top of it and sends it right into the net. Again, both guys looking very evenly matched here, but Joshi sends it long. But in the end, it would be Joshi taking care of business over Polak in 2 sets. And Mason would take the team victory, winning 4-1.
Did you record an unbelievable touchdown, a game-winning goal, or just a proud parent moment? Then we want your clip. Upload your video to the brand new State Champs Network app so we can feature it on one of our shows and give your player, team, and school the recognition they deserve. All it takes is just a few easy clicks, and every clip that is submitted will automatically be eligible for prizes. Download the State Champs Network app today for iPhone and Android devices.
I'm Jeremy Addo, and we have a boys lacrosse state crossover game between the Brother Rice Warriors and the St. Ignatius Wildcats, who last met in 2019. Rice won at 18-8 on their way to an undefeated season and another state championship. Wildcats got it going early in this one. Check out this burst of speed from Kenneth Klubnik, who sends it over to Griffin Taliak and the senior captain Perizip. Zach Rivers losing the handle on this one, picked up by Connor Grace, who takes it the length of the field, passing it over to Kyle Geary, and turns and rips it into the back of the net, giving the Wildcats a 3-0 lead with just under 8 minutes to play in the first. Rice would get on the board a few minutes later. Luke Dudley controlling it behind the net, slides it in front, and lets loose on this one. Then Sam Klein able to pick off a St. Ignatius pass, beelines it for the net, and somehow gets off a perfect shot despite the contact. After the first, it was 3-2 Wildcats. Ignatius came out attacking in the second. Andrew Weinacher with the quick give to Taliak, and he doesn't disappoint. St. Ignatius now took a 4-2 lead. The Warriors wouldn't waste any time getting back on the board. Pull out the radar gun for this shot as Connor Borowitz buries it to the top shelf, slimming the deficit to 1 again. Late stages of the second, and St. Ignatius already adding a goal before Luciano Iacovoni fights through traffic and contact to get his first of the game as the Wildcats took a 6-3 lead into the break. Matthew Kempton would get this quick strike out of halftime, off the bounce from a tough angle as well, to take a 7-3 lead. It was a game of parity. On the other end, Borowitz running at the net. He fires a bounce shot that tucks under the goalie's stick, and it's quickly 7-4 now. Each team would add one more goal in the third and the fourth. Great teamwork here from Klubnik and Weinacher. Klubnik comes out from behind the net, passes it across the crease to Weinacher, who makes it 9-5. The Warriors would end up adding 2 more, but it wasn't enough as St. Ignatius wins it 9-7 over Brother Rice.
I'm Chuck Pellerino, and we're on the turf at the University of Liggett for some baseball action as the Knights are at home taking on the undefeated Orchard Lake St. Mary's Eaglets. Top of the first, and St. Mary's gets us going. Runners on first and second, nobody down for Nolan Schubert. He rips his shot right back up the box. That will score Jake Dresselhaus from second. Alex Mooney had to stop at second. Dresselhaus on first. Up comes Ike Irish. He drives this one opposite field for a 3-run blast. Eaglets jumped out to a 5-run lead in the first. Bottom half of the inning, and Jalen Purify on third after a single and 2 wild pitches. Ball 4 bounces to Joey Randazzo. Purify uses his speed to get home and cuts into that lead. Top of the second, Knights look to have a clean inning going with 2 outs, but Nolan Schubert takes it to left center for a homer, and it was back up to a 5-run lead. Bases full for St. Mary's with Brock Porter at the dish. He drives it right back up the middle. That scores Irish and Jack Crichton. Heading into the bottom of the second, it was an 8-1 lead for the Eaglets. Bottom of the third, and Liggett has a 2-out rally going. Reggie Sharp doubles to right center field. Up comes Matthew Green. He drives it to the power alley in left center for a 2-run shot that cuts the lead down to 5. Jump to bottom of the fifth. New pitcher for St. Mary's, Brandon Skorupski in with Reggie Sharp on first facing Green. Ripped down the left field line. That's going to bring in the speedy Sharp from first, putting Green on second with a double. Ryan Jones at the plate, swings on the second pitch he sees and lines it to left on one hop. Throw to the plate, just not able to get Green, and after 5, Liggett cut the lead down to 2. Top of the 6th, St. Mary's gets it going again. Alex Mooney leads it off with a single, then steals second and third, and is brought home off a single from Schubert. Courtesy runner Syrian Coffee on third with Jack Crichton up to bat. He rips a shot to left. Coffee comes in, and it was 10-6. St. Mary's would add 2 more in the 7th to win it 12-6 over the University of Liggett Knights to stay perfect on the early season.
Hey,
I'm Chuck Pellerito, and we had an opening day matchup at Northville as the Mustangs taking on the Heartland Eagles in Game 1 of a doubleheader. Kylie Swierkos on the bump for the Eagles, and she had herself a day, picking up 2 strikeouts in the first inning, keeping the Mustangs off the bases. Quiet first inning for both teams, but Swierkos leading off the second, and she gets a hold of one, puts it over the left field fence, helping her own cause. Eagles up 1. In the third, runners on second and third for Kelsey Zampa. She rips one down the third baseline, but it's snagged by Olivia Green. Throw to Abby Weber at the plate, gets the tag down to save a run. Kate McIntyre would score from third on a pass ball during the Swierkos at bat, and Heartland's up 2 after 3. Jump ahead to the 5th inning, and the Eagles have the bases loaded. McIntyre at the plate. It's a grounder to shortstop. Carolyn Bem comes home with it. Weber gets the force at home for the first out. And up comes Zampa. Bases still loaded. Takes the pitch to right center. Off the bottom of the fence. That brings in 2, and she's standing on second with a stand-up double. On deck was Delaney Roberson with runners on second and third. She'll deliver a 1-out base knock over shortstop's head. That'll score McIntyre, and Heartland up 5 after 5. Move ahead to the 7th, and Eagles add an insurance run. Zampa on second after a walk and stolen base. Robeson delivers another single just past second base. Zampa scores with ease, and it was now a 6-0 game. And Swierkos still dealing in the 7th. She had 16 strikeouts on the day, ends the game with 2 more, as Heartland goes on to take Game 1 over Northville by a final score of 6-0.
Thank you so much for taking some time to join us for the best of the week on State Champs.
This was just a sampling of the highlights we create each week. There's a lot more games to watch from your state. Just head over to the State Champs Michigan, Indiana, or Ohio social media pages on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or the State Champs TV YouTube channel. Or you can simply go to our website, statechampsnetwork.com.
That's right, lots of options. And if recruiting news is your thing, I invite you to check out the State Champs Scout Show, which premieres Wednesdays across the network. It's got the latest in what's happening in recruiting from all 3 states. And it runs all year long because recruiting never stops.
Let's do it again next week. For Lauren Plant, I'm Sarah Davis. Have a better day.
State Champs High School Sports Show is proudly presented by Lawrence Technological University, where Blue Devils dare.